By now, most of us know almost everything about the P2 and the G5 Plus. So in this video, apart from the review, I'll also give the insight which will help people in deciding between both the phones. And I'll give a verdict at the end of the video once I cover all the important points that we should be considering. If this is your first video on the channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, hey guys, Abhi here from TechXplicit. Let's get started. Now the common aspects that we should know in both the phones are build, price, and processor. As everything else is different, I feel it is worth reviewing both the phones again after Android N update on the Lenovo P2. So in order to decide what phone to buy, we should first decide what we need in a phone that we use on a daily basis. On any smartphone, the most important things that can give us value for the money we pay are performance, display, battery backup, camera, and build quality. So I'll compare and rate the phones against each other in all of these parameters, and of course, I'll give the verdict at the end of the video. So firstly, performance. There are many aspects that affect the performance on a phone. Both the P2 and G5 Plus are powered by a Snapdragon 625 processor, and you get 3 or 4 GB RAM variants on both the models. I have 4 GB variants of both. Having said that, performance is slightly different on both the devices. The speed at which they can perform tasks or compile apps is different by a very minimal margin, which can practically be ignored. You can notice the difference only when you have both the devices side by side. After Android N update on the P2, the device appears to be a little faster than the G5 Plus. I can tell this as I'm using both the devices, and the same message can also be seen in the speed tests and the benchmarks that I've conducted. I have added the links of those videos in the description if you haven't checked them already. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being flagship performance, I give the P2 7 out of 10 and the G5 Plus gets a 7 out of 10 as well, as the minor differences are negligible. Moving on to the display, the P2 has a 5.5-inch Full HD AMOLED display and the G5 Plus has a 5.2-inch IPS LCD. Choosing between both of them is an easy task, as an AMOLED display is preferred by most of the people due to its vibrant colors, whereas an IPS LCD do not have the capacity to reproduce such rich colors. Moreover, people who don't like vibrant colors, P2 also provides an option to change the display mode to normal, which brings real-life true colors, whereas an IPS LCD display, even when provided with different screen modes, it can never reproduce the rich colors like an AMOLED screen. So in this scenario, the P2 gets 9 out of 10 and G5 Plus gets 7 out of 10. Next is battery backup. What kind of a tech enthusiast would I be if I don't adopt the battery backup that 5100 mAh battery in the P2 provides? To keep it simple, you can get a screen on time of 10 hours of heavy usage on the P2, or with a normal day-to-day use, one can easily get 2 full days of battery backup. On the other hand, the 3000 mAh battery on the G5 Plus can give a full day backup. I end up charging the G5 Plus every day as soon as I come back from work. So in this area, Lenovo could have done a better job in providing better battery on the G5 Plus, as they are charging the same price for the G5 Plus and the P2. So P2 gets a 10 out of 10 as it is a better battery than most of the flagships, and G5 Plus gets a 7 out of 10 as the battery provided is nothing out of the ordinary. Now coming to the camera, again, this is a very frequently asked question, which one is better? I can say straight away the G5 Plus is better in terms of camera, but practically, is the camera so much better when compared to the Lenovo P2 that Moto had to compromise on screen and battery performance, especially when both of the devices are priced same? Well, personally, I don't think the screen and battery compromise is worth the extra efficiency that one can get out of the G5 Plus's camera. As we can see, in spite of the G5 being a better camera, there is not much difference, and the P2's clicks are definitely usable too. If one of you is buying a phone in this segment only for the camera but nothing else, then G5 Plus is definitely your pick. In this area, the G5 Plus gets 7 out of 10 and P2 gets 6 out of 10. Anyways, next is build quality. No controversy in this department, as both the phones are built solid with metal unibody designs and they feel sturdy and premium as well. Give a thumbs up for increasing quality on the budget phones. Well, I give both the phones 9 out of 10, where 10 being the king of durability. Just kidding, guys. Alright, so the bottom line is simple. From the 5 factors that I mentioned, add the totals up of each of the phones in the areas that matters to you the most. Example, personally for me, display, performance, and battery are the 3 aspects which matter the most on any phones. And the total of those 3 aspects is 26 points for the Lenovo P2, which is more than the total of G5 Plus, which is 21 points. and hence personally my pick is Lenovo P2 for my requirements. Again, like I said, priorities might definitely differ from person to person. So it is always better to buy a phone that best suits your needs than buying a best phone to get the maximum utility of the money that you spent. What are your priorities in a phone? Feel free to comment below. And while you're here, check the other videos on TechXplicit for reviews, comparisons, and tutorials. And as always, like and share the video for the sake of evolving technology. And do not forget to subscribe and click on the notify button to get updated as soon as a new video is live on TechXplicit. This is Abhi signing off. Have a good one.